So we have Uche Montana and Toosweet Annan star together in this movie titled Love Pursuit. Hmm, this our on-screen celeb. There's a lot to say. So the storyline follows Hosanna, played by Uche Montana, a wealthy lady in pursuit for love, but has had several breakups due to her tomboy personality. So Hosanna gets a job opportunity to work as a driver for her celebrity crush Bryan, played by Toosweet Annan. But the case of don't judge a book by its cover should be applied here. So Love Pursuit is currently showing on Uche Montana TV on YouTube exclusively. Movie directed by Omoruyi Efosa Emmanuel, having Uche Montana and Uchenna Mbunabo as the producers of this movie. Now, quick info. This review might come with a few spoilers, so if you haven't seen the movie, go watch it first and then come back to complete this review. So, I will start with the performances, and there's a lot to say about Toosweet's character Bryan. I'll get to his part soon, but let me start with Uche Montana's character. So this was actually my first time seeing Uche Montana play the character of a tomboy, and honestly speaking, she played the role really well. She enacted it well. She is really a versatile actress. I've said this before, it's already established. Now, I was shocked to see how she lifted that local dumbbell so easily. It didn't feel as if she was struggling with it at all. Is she that strong? Or was that a fake? What do you think? Let me know in the comments below. So Uche Montana played the character of Hosanna in this movie. Now, Hosanna came off as someone who was wise, but the way she let men use her for her money and even how she held on to the false hope she had of Bryan made her seem somewhat foolish. Now, the fact that she didn't realize the true character of Bryan earlier made her seem foolish, and it was also what made the movie seem as if it was stretched. So this is the part where I talk about Toosweet's character Bryan. Where do I even start? There's a lot to say. But firstly, let me give it to Toosweet. His acting here was top-notch as usual. His acting was good. And you know that Casanova personality his character Bryan had. Toosweet enacted it really well. And for me, it was his facial expressions whenever he was lusting over a woman. He enacted it really well. Okay, his character Bryan was an actor, so he was a celebrity. Now I have a question. How can a celebrity stand on the road for hours and none of his fans came to ask for pictures or videos? Okay, there was a scene where Bryan said, "A whole superstar like me, my fans were all over the place asking for pics and videos." There was nothing like that. Okay, true, people were at the background, but those people didn't look like fans to me. In fact, they looked like normal people that lived in that street that were watching them shoot that scene. Okay, say they were fans. Their body language would have depicted excitement seeing a celebrity, right? But there was nothing like that. They looked normal to me. Unless his fans showed, but we were not given that scene. So the movie managed to feature the issue of fake life, just like how one would maintain the fake impression of wealth to the public eyes, just like what the character Bryan did. Now, who are you pretending for? It's going to be hard to keep up that facade of being wealthy. It's going to be really hard. Why not be yourself? But most people will say that the packaging must continue. Now, when it comes to the celebrity aspect, the only thing that managed to make it a little bit authentic was the fact that they featured most of Toosweet movies. You know, him playing the character of an actor. Take for example, the Ruth Kadiri production titled A Life for a Life was featured in the movie. Now, aside that, everything else about a celebrity, that is an actor's life, was surface level. That guy Bryan was always free. I guess that's why he was a broke celeb. And this kind celeb safe. Ah, there was nothing about Bryan that depicts a celebrity. He was like an average citizen that was a womanizer and an opportunist. There was nothing about a celebrity in his character. Now, there was a scene where Bryan said that he was going to receive an award. He was going for an award ceremony. Now, he went for the ceremony and he came back. There was no award. Nope, there was no award. What we saw was a drunk man instead. Now I was thinking, did he go to collect an award of being drunk? And what celeb changes women like a piece of clothes? He doesn't even bother hiding it. Aren't you afraid of scandals? But I guess broke celebrities don't have scandals. Now for Rachel Akowe, who played the character of Vicky, she was my favorite character in this movie because she had the vibe. Her scenes with Uche Montana were making me laugh and they were enjoyable too. She was a good friend who gave good advice to her friend, and her character was somewhat like a mom to Hosanna. She behaved like a mom to her friend. She was one support role that managed to carry the show. Then as for Charles, who played the character of Dami, well, his acting is good to some point, but to me, I felt like he had no chemistry with Uche Montana. His love for her, like his acting didn't at all feel natural. It was as if he was just playing the character. It wasn't natural. Now, the movie came with a few plot twists that I didn't see coming, but as the narrative progressed, it became quite predictable. Some dialogues and scenes will surely crack you up. The movie will guarantee you a few laughs. Cinematography was okay. Shout out to Tunde Adekoya for that. And the music complemented the narrative too. Shout out to Mr. T and Muna for the music. Now, moral of the narrative from what I could grasp. Firstly, don't judge a book by its cover. Such was the case for the character Bryan, and Hosanna wasn't what she expected. It's not always the case, but it's the case for this movie, so don't judge a book by its cover. Secondly, always stay true to yourself. Do not change yourself for anyone. Just like how the character Hosanna became rich, but she still maintained her style and personality. Learn to love yourself first. So to wrap it all up, the movie is worth your time. It's worth a watch. I'll be giving it a 3 out of 5 thumbs up. If you've seen the movie, what did you think about it? Let me know in the comments below and I'll see you next time on my review. Bye.